Salutations, it's your old Power Binge creature, and I am posting a video. Can you believe it? This is just a quick video, this tour of a shelf. It's basically my little bit of everything. It's one of several shelves I have like this, but I wanted to go ahead and show this one off. We'll just go ahead and start up here in the upper left-hand corner. That's the Karate Kid figure, Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid toy line. Mr. T and Hannibal from the A-Team. There is a Rambo figure. Next up is a villain from Black Star, and you'll forgive me, but I'm not sure of his name, but I'm sure someone does, and they can leave it in the comments. Next up is Mumra from the Thundercats, the guy in the red cloak there, hunched over. Next to him, kind of in front of him, is Zindu, I believe. The red character there is a Bendy figure, along with the Prince figure there with the blonde hair, the two bendable figures. They're both from the Arco toy line called The Other World. They were kind of a He-Man knockoff, as well as the figure behind them was a He-Man cash-in. That's Samson, and I believe that was from a DC comic line, maybe. Then you have an E.T. Sitting on top of a Rubik's Cube, and that ends the back row. The next row down, it's kind of the Black Knight is the first guy there with the red shield and sword. He's from Dragon Riders of the Styx. Another character from Dragon Riders of the Styx is right down here, this little devil guy. And he's so prone to falling over, I have to set him here so his wing can rest on that shelf. Behind them is Death. I'm not sure the character's actual name, but he's from Clash of the Titans. In front of him right here, this astronaut-looking guy is from Robotics. Then in the front, well, I'm skipping. Let's go ahead and stick to this row. Next is a Tonka character. That little guy with the mustache is a Tonka military figure. Next to him, I'm actually not sure who this guy is. He has a die-cast metal body, but his I think and then his arms and legs are plastic, I believe. But it's not Eagle Force. I'm not sure who he is. Next is a Sergeant Rocket character, the guy in the camouflage there with that awesome mustache. Then next to him is a Power Lord figure. I think that's the prince or the good guy, main good guy there. In front of him is Sark from the Tron series, the great 80s flick. Then we have Peter Venkman from Real Ghostbusters back there in the tan jumpsuit. This is RoboCop and Murphy from, Lewis from the RoboCop series. And then we have a trio of the alien figures, or an alien and two astronauts from the Fisher-Price Adventure People line. And then next to those guys, we have Converters toys. One is a bat. I'm not sure its name, but it's really cool. I had that when I was a kid. And next to that is the Macross SDF-1 Fortress. I believe that was also released in the Converters series. But that's from the, some people may know it as Robotech, but this is based off the Macross design, which is the same thing, but excuse me. I think that purple guy is also on that shelf as one of the Wendy's GoBots that was offered back in the 80s. And again, his name escapes me. This is such an impromptu video. I should have done a little bit of research or brushed up on my knowledge. Next is a Super Deformed Veritech from the Robotech or Macross series. And then we have a couple of small die-cast Shogun Warriors. And then we have a G1 Insecticon, that's Bombshell. We have two Mask figures, Sly Rax, I think the guy's name is. And the guy in the yellow jumpsuit came with the motorcycle that turned into a helicopter. Next we have a villain from Battlestar Galactica. We have a Zentradi alien there from Robotech or Macross. We have Snaggletooth and Han Solo for the Vintage Kenner line, Star Wars. We have Mork from Ork. We have this robot is from Captain Power. He's missing his wings. This is the evil princess, I think Princess Allura maybe, from Flash Gordon. Excuse me, from Buck Rogers, the Buck Rogers series. This is a Battle Beast Missing his sticker, of course. That goes right there in that square in his chest. It's kind of a bummer. Then we have one of the this is Air Raiders or Dino Riders. I believe it's Dino Riders. This little alien guy with a manta ray for a head. Then a muscle figure. And then we have a key from Voltron. That one in particular came with Keith, which my sister had, but at this time all I can find is the key. So this is Captain Laser from the Tootsie Toy line. And we have a couple of Tomy wind-up robots. And finally we have one of the Takara watch transformers. And that little guy's a bugger to get stood up. So anyway, that's just one of the shelves I have that has a collection of different items from the 80s, 70s actually, 70s and 80s. Quite a few items that I had as a kid, some I acquired recently, and I hope you enjoy this look at these unusual and somewhat odd random figures. These aren't from the big line, well, except for Star Wars, maybe the A-Team. There's a lot of obscure items in there. So hope you liked the video. If you do, be sure to leave a thumbs up, hit the bell, subscribe, share the video, find me on Facebook and Instagram. And sorry there's no flashy intro, but this is on the phone. Same thing for the outro. There's no outro. So thanks for watching. See you next time. As always, it's your old pal Revenge Creature saying OSQUINOXO.